Ethiopian Survival and Salvation Association, ESSA. April 16, 2022. Your Excellency, Mr. Joe Biden, President of the United States of America. Your Excellency, Mr. Antonio Guterres, the United Nations Secretariat General, New York. Honorable Congresswomen Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. Honorable Senator Chuck Schumer, Senate Majority Leader. Honorable Representative Gregory Meeks, Chairperson of Foreign Affairs Committee. Honorable Representative Tom Malinowski of New Jersey. Honorable Representative Young Kim of California. Honorable Representative Michael McCall of Texas. Honorable Senator Robert Menendez of New Jersey. Honorable Senator James E. Risch of Idaho. Honorable Senator Chris Coons of Delaware. Honorable Senator Tom Tillis of North Carolina. All the honorable members of Congress and Senate of the United States. Dear Excellencies, we sincerely wanted to express our gratitude to Representative Tom Malinowski and Honorable Senator Menendez for introducing and sponsoring H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills respectively, and all the honorable members of Congress and Senate for your support in endorsing and passing these bills of the United States, and President Joe Biden for his administration's efforts with his solid stand to restore unified and democratic Ethiopia like President Roosevelt. We, the undersigned people of the Ethiopian American civil society, communities, women and their association, youth and their association, and Ethiopians living in different states of America, wrote this letter. We Ethiopians came together and sought democracy in Ethiopia under the umbrella of Ethiopian Survival and Salvation Association, ESSA, advocating and submitting this letter to share to the Congress and Senate showing the Ethiopian people grave concerns. Primary, we, the Ethiopian people, are writing to Congress and Senate strongly supporting H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills Congress and Senate to pass because these bills can critically help us to bring resurrection of the Ethiopian people after 30 years of horrible ethnic cleansing with the ethnic federalism which is based on illegal, criminal and fraudulent pseudo-constitution of 1995. Significantly, H.R. 6600 can help us restore a stable, peaceful, unified democratic Ethiopia. Also, H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills can help a new democracy for Ethiopia. Furthermore, H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills are significantly valuable in abolishing the TPLF and OLF fraudulent pseudo-constitution which is the blueprint and the primary root cause of genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and human disappearance, 17 university girls' disappearance. Therefore, the Ethiopian people strongly demand to cast our vote to say yes to a new constitution after all-inclusive national dialogue and vote no to existing ethnic federalism system. A new constitution draft is on hand with all diverse Ethiopian community, civil society, professional associations, labor unions, women and their associations, youth and their associations inside the country and abroad as Ethiopians live throughout the world. Secondly, the Ethiopian people would like to tell Congress and Senate how the Ethiopian government is defending the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills blocking strategy to sustain its atrocity regime. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is working hard to stop H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills by misleading Congress and Senate using primitive-minded ethnocentric tribalist educators. Mainly, OLF members worked hard and lobbied to maintain the ethnic federalism in Ethiopia for their exploitation and keep Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in power. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, who received the shameful Nobel Prize of Peace and the known OLF member of Tribalists since his 14 years old, created the worst genocide, crimes against humanity, and human disappearance on Amhara people in Oromia region. Also, he is working tirelessly to establish the Oromia state to destroy a sovereign Ethiopia. On April 7, 2022, 130 educators wrote a letter to mislead Congress and Senate strongly opposing the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills with their baseless and unsubstantiated opposition to H.R. 6600 and S3199 portraying it as the Sanction Bill. However, we have thousands of educators in the US and in Ethiopia see the bill with its intent on the bill as Ethiopia Stabilization, Peace, and Democracy Act. The Ethiopian people would like to believe the policy in what it wanted to achieve: stop the war, provide humanitarian and medical assistance, holding accountable those who committed internationally protected human rights, help Ethiopians to start all-inclusive national dialogue to bring a unified Ethiopia, what it intended to protect, aid workers, peacemakers, innocent citizens, etc., and what it intends to hold accountable, the government, TPLF, OLF, EPLF, other armed groups. The rest of the sections detail how the United States government performs its work to achieve the above-mentioned achievements and outcomes, which we Ethiopians have little to say as the United States have its way of doing things. We Ethiopians sadly intrigued by these 130 tribalist educators why they are opposing stopping of the war between Ethiopians. Why opposing the U.S. government and international communities providing humanitarian and medical assistance? Why opposing the accountability of those who committed crime by violating internationally protected human rights? Why opposing true and verifiable democratization process through all-inclusive national dialogue by Ethiopians to bring a unified democratic Ethiopia? We now wanted to emphasize to the Congress and Senate about these educators how they are baseless pro-Abiy Ahmed, pro-ethnic federalism, and mostly ethnocentric Ethiopians. These baseless Ethiopian educators are working tirelessly around the globe, deceiving the Ethiopian people's attention apart from the Western world, especially from our longest and oldest ally, the United States of America. We the Ethiopian people will never ever go back to Russia again. Moreover, these baseless educators deny the empirical facts of the H.R. 6600 and S3199 Bills' significant benefit for the Ethiopian people and our country's stability. Still, there are only about 60 of them residing in the U.S. More than 70 of them, totaling about 130 primitive-minded tribal ethnocentric educators who live inside and outside the U.S., wrote misleading letters to Congress and Senate strongly opposing H.R. 6600 and S3199, calling Congress members to stop further progress of these bills. We, the Ethiopian Survival and Salvation Association, ESSA, vigorously seek all the honorable members of Congress and Senate of the United States to support H.R. 6600, S3199 bills to pass. These H.R. 6600, S3199 bills are precious as in recent years U.S. diplomacy towards Ethiopia focused not helping the Ethiopian government but focused on helping the Ethiopian people, as now is the era where U.S. national interest has aligned with Ethiopian national interest for Ethiopians had to have a democracy and stop the deteriorating and dire situation in Tigray, Amhara, Afar, and Somalia's humanitarian crisis. Furthermore, an H.R. 6600 bill helps the Ethiopian people restore a unified, stable, peaceful democratic Ethiopia through a national referendum for a new constitution and help its implementation. Finally, let us share how the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills are the most valuable for Ethiopia. 1. The H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills give a solid message to TPLF and OLF, or Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, to stop a war between both sides unconditionally. 2. The H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills stop the Ethiopian political elites who want to take power by forming a transitional government without national referendum for a new constitution or without removing fraudulent pseudo-constitution which is the cause for all crimes in Ethiopia, i.e., sustaining ethnic federalism that creates hierarchy among citizens, genocide based on ethnicity. 3. The H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills can take the most significant measure after immediately stopping a senseless war in Ethiopia with the help of the United Security Council, with the United States of America swiftly opening the door to give unfettered access to food aid. 4. The H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills help the Ethiopian people make a national dialogue on a new constitution draft with an all-inclusive civil society who live abroad or inside the country to live together harmoniously, peacefully, and permanently. 5. The H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills open the door for debate on a new constitution draft already in the Ethiopian people's hands for 5 years, discussing and adapting articles. Then, all Ethiopian people can participate in the national media discussion, including priests, pastors, Muslim leaders, women and their associations, youth and youth groups, and political groups those believe in democracy except tribal elites. 6. The H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills help accomplish the national referendum for a new constitution to replace ethnic federalism. 7. The H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills help build after a new constitution commencement project for implementation. These projects comprise independent institutions that take place. They are A. Constitutional Court judges. B. Federal Court judges. C. Ministry of Defense. D. Ministry of Information. E. Civil Service. F. Election Commission. G. Audit Commission. H. Human Rights Commission. I. National Media. 8. The H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills help police training for 14 provinces and 3 administrations under the UN Security Council, U.S. cooperation, and Ethiopian independent institutions. 9. According to a new constitution, the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills can help accomplish the national presidential election campaign one person, one vote principle for the first time in Ethiopia. Dear Excellencies, we, the Ethiopian Survival and Salvation Association, ESSA, are urgently seeking the Congress and Senate to help us in the name of Almighty God to support the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills for our permanent solution and to accomplish the above proposal projection. The noble hope of the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills provide democracy, efficiently restore the Ethiopian people from a divided society by ethnic federalism for 30 years under TPLF and OLF divisive fraudulent pseudo-constitution. Moreover, the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills can establish the Ethiopian people's unity to live together harmoniously and peacefully integrating our country. Also, H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills can save millions of Ethiopians' life from waging a senseless catastrophic war of Tigray and Oromia secession plan from Ethiopia for the following reasons. 1. The TPLF and OLF secession plan will create a catastrophic war in Ethiopia. 2. Secession of Tigray or Oromia from Ethiopia is almost impossible because we have the same common historical tradition. 3. Secession of Tigray or Oromia from Ethiopia is almost impossible because we have the same racial or ethnic identity. 4. Secession of Tigray or Oromia from Ethiopia is almost impossible because we have the same cultural homogeneity. 5. Secession of Tigray or Oromia from Ethiopia is almost impossible because we have the same national, linguistic unity. 6. Secession of Tigray or Oromia from Ethiopia is almost impossible because we have the same religious or ideological beliefs. 7. Secession of Tigray or Oromia from Ethiopia is almost impossible because we have the same geographic undivided national land as one nation for 3,000 years of history. Dear Congress and Senate members, it is time to act on the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills to save Ethiopia, supporting restoring stable, peaceful, and democratic Ethiopia. We are a coalition of citizens and organizations exhausting by voicing tirelessly for 30 years to protect our people back home from brutal atrocity, pointing to the U.S. government, UN, AU, and the international communities. The root cause of all these crimes in Ethiopia is ethnic federalism. Additionally, the Ethiopian people did not have a legitimate constitution for the past 30 years. On the contrary, TPLF and OLF crafted a pseudo-constitution for 9 embedded and hidden sovereign countries that wanted to come to existence after destroying sovereign Ethiopia. However, Ethiopia always stood for peace, justice, and equality in the world affair. Now Ethiopia needs the support of the UN, AU, and especially the US, as there will never come to exist a solid and reliable partner in the Horn of Africa other than Ethiopia, which shares a lot of values with the United States of America. Japan, Israel, and South Korea need U.S. support and vice versa. Ethiopia is even the longest ally that needs U.S. support and vice versa. Dear Excellencies, therefore, we the Ethiopian Survival and Salvation Association and our coalition firmly seek Congress and Senate support for the H.R. 6600 and S3199 bills for immediate help in Almighty God's name. God bless America and Ethiopia. Sincerely yours respectfully, Ethiopian Survival and Salvation Association, ESSA, Committee. Mekonnen Doyamo, Chairperson of ESSA. Tefer Demis, Vice Chairperson of ESSA. Dr. Deborah Negash, Medical Advisor and Community Organizer. Dr. Aragaheg Nagatu, Chairman of Moorish Amhara Association. Dr. Abi Asefa, Chairperson of Mogd Amhara Association. Engineer Mesfin Yilma, Community Organizer. Aster Jesses, Community Organizer. Baruch Yebaz, Media Director. Contact 612-702-2899. Email doyamo1@gmail.com. CC. Honorable Chris Smith, U.S. Congressman and distinguished members of House Foreign Relation Committee. Honorable Representative Karen Bass, California, Ranking Member of African Affair, Global Health Global Human Right. Honorable Representative Chris Smith, Ranking Member. Honorable Representative Scott Perry, Pennsylvania. Honorable Representative Darrell Issa, California. Honorable Representative David Cicilline, Rhode Island. Honorable Representative Adam Daniel Kinzinger, Illinois. Honorable Representative Dina Titus, Nevada. Honorable Representative Tim Burchett, Tennessee. Honorable Representative Susan Wild, Pennsylvania. Honorable Representative Gregory Stube, Pennsylvania. Honorable Representative Dean Phillip, Minnesota. Honorable Representative August Pfluger, Texas, Ranking Member Subcommittee Europe, Energy and Environment. Honorable Representative Andy Levin, Michigan, Asia-Pacific Relations. Honorable Representative Joaquin Castro, Texas, International Development, International Organization, and Global Social Impact Subcommittee. Honorable Ronnie Jackson, Global Health and Human Rights Committee. Honorable Representative Ilan Omar, Minnesota, Vice Chair, African Affair, Global Health, and Global Human Right. Honorable Representative Andy Kim, New Jersey. Honorable Representative Sarah Jacobs, California, Vice Chair, International Development. Honorable Representative Juan Vargas, California, Vice Chair of International Western Hemisphere. Civilian Security, Migration and Economic Policy U.S. Senate. Honorable Senator Cato Trend. Honorable Ambassador Robert Godock, Acting Assistant Secretary for Bureau of African Affairs for U.S. Department of State. Honorable Ms. Sarah Charles, USAID's Assistant to Administrator for the Bureau of Humanitarian Affairs. Honorable Mrs. Samantha Power, Administrator, U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. Honorable Robert O'Neill, Senior Desk Officer, Horn of Africa Office of East African Affairs, U.S. Agency for International Development.